Shalom unto the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. First and foremost, before I get into my lesson, I want to start off by giving all praises unto Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone that teach in their Ruel today. And salutation also to the fellow laborers that's in the ministry and the believers that scatter worldwide in all truth and sincerity, day in and day out. Once again, I'm the brother Shaquat Gabar, coming at you with another quick lesson. And right before I get into this lesson, this message or these videos goes out to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which we are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible. And also to the Israelite foreigners that scattered amongst the heathen nations, and that may take on the physical appearance or look of another nation. But if your bloodline goes back to Negro, Latino, or Native American descent by the seed of your father, you are considered an Israelite as well. Shalom. So basically, this is going to be a quick, current, news and prophecy video. Okay, the lesson that I'm gonna get into, and cause as usual, and when it comes to the believers of Yahweh Shai Shai, okay, those that follow along, okay, when it comes to mainly the men of Great Millstone, okay, we're known to go into prophecies, okay, when it comes to current events and filtering out through the scriptures, because we're definitely in the time of end time prophecies. Okay, as you can see, I have this website queued up, okay, endtimeheadlines.org, okay, that go into, the latest news or current events, okay. They touch on certain, subjects, when it comes to, end time prophecies, okay, which, more and more likely, this just more this website more focuses on like I said, current events. Okay, they talk about certain biblical aspects, okay, when it comes to this website. But us that's in the faith that known to using this website, okay, we use it to bring out the news, okay, when it comes to current events or prophecies, okay, and of course backing it up with scriptures, okay, because we're in the time of the downfall of the biblical Edomites, which is the so-called white race, okay, mainly starting with the elites on down to the average Edomite, okay, as we're in their rulership, and we at the same time approaching who the world called Christ, Yahweh Shai, okay, second coming, okay, which the Lord Yahweh Shai has come back to liberate or to redeem the nation of Israel, once again, which happened to be so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And at this time, only the elect, okay, is destined for salvation when it comes to the 144,000 and the 1/3, okay? Because according to Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8, 2/3 of so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay, is going to be judged in the up and coming times here on the earth, okay, mainly here in America, okay, because ultimately this place, America, is going to be destroyed at the peak of the Third World War, okay, and at the same time of Yahweh Shai's second coming, by the way of the chariots, okay, what the world called UFOs, okay, Yahweh Shai's come back to bring fire by the way of the missiles to this place, okay, thermonuclear missiles, and the chariots bringing fire, okay, as Yahweh Shai is going to bring war to these nations military, starting with Esau, Edom, okay, and these heathen nations. And after that, okay, at the same time, the Lord going to liberate the elect of the nation of Israel, redeeming the elect of the nation of Israel, okay. In the process of time after that, these heathen nations going to go into captivity up on us, okay, once Yahweh Shai established the kingdom, okay, starting with the biblical Edomites, okay, on down, okay. But leading up to that, man, we about to witness the time of no other as we're approaching Jacob's trouble, Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7, especially when it comes to this place, America, okay, as this place about to witness a financial crash, civil unrest, okay, civil war, race wars, clash wars, martial law, and the implementation of the RFID microchip, which is known as the mark of the beast, okay, Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, okay, and But also this place about to witness famine, pestilence, okay, the judgment of the Lord. Okay, and we go into certain articles, okay, to pinpoint these prophecies of the times that we in, man. Okay, so let me go ahead and get into it. Once again, off the endtimeheadlines.org. Okay, let's get this. And it says the average household in America now needs 100,000 or 100K or more to afford a home. Hey, so we're seeing more and more the effect of the economy. Okay, as the dollar is devaluing. Okay, we're seeing all these tariffs. Okay, that President Trump, is putting on these other countries. Making it more harder for your average American citizen. Okay, we're seeing not having affordable uh, income. Okay, for housing. Okay, job losses. Okay, uh, um, certain aids being cut now. Okay, dealing with with the food. Okay, leading to more food shortages. Okay, certain business, federal aid being cut, such as EBT. Okay, SNAP programs, Meal on Wheels. Okay, we seeing about the more talks of the former farmers. Okay, industrial. Okay, how hard it's for them. Okay, to sell products. Okay, of food, which is gonna affect the local grocery stores, restaurants. Okay, that we seeing the coming of these the retail stores closing. Okay, but in this case, going into the houses. Okay, that's going to lead to more poverty. Okay, homeless. Okay, that's what's going to lead to more civil unrest. Okay, and more division. Let's get this. It says judge threatens Trump administration with criminal contempt over defying court order. Okay, yeah, because now Trump more and more moving towards a dictatorship. Okay, he put in executive orders, to cut certain things. Okay, like I say, due to these tariffs. Okay, certain federal agencies or businesses or federal government funds. Okay, you got the whole Doge with Elon Musk being over the Treasury, cutting out a lot of things. Okay, which we know that what these elites want. Because, when it comes to the senators, okay, or when it comes to the Republicans or the Democrats, yeah, they both do the bidding of these elites, man. Okay, and Trump ain't no different, man. Okay, because we know that these elites of Esau Edom, these central bankers, want to bring in an NWO, man. And then when it comes to the financial crashes or financial woes, all that's leading to ultimately the dollar being obsolete, okay, being replaced by digital currency, once again, which tied into the MOTB, okay, the RFID micro, okay, being that digital currency. Okay, that's going to be the next way of buying and selling. That's why now you're going to hear more talks about universal basic income, Fed now, okay, digital wallet, okay, which everything moving towards technology, okay, AI, okay, it's going to be to pave the way, okay, for people living conditions, okay, financially, okay, biometrics, okay, transhumanism, okay. So let's continue on. It said Trump advisor wants to rewrite the global financial system. Yeah, I've just been making mention of. Okay, the financial system, this old system being replaced, or this current system, okay, which owed to these elites as they were bringing in NWO, okay, by the way of a new system, okay, CBDC, central bank digital currencies, okay, like I said, everything, going into digital format, okay, as the dollar being obsolete, okay, that's going to be the new financial system globally, okay, being rewritten, okay. Let's see. It says expert claims that the body of Jesus Christ is hidden in chamber is in a hidden chamber under the great pyramid of Egypt, which once again, like I said, this website, got a little insight, a current was once occurring news. But us that's in the faith, those that's involved in the ministry, okay, our job through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai is to dissect, okay, and extrapolate through the spirit when it comes to these scriptures, okay, as this, okay, this madness, okay, tell me some expert claims that the body of who the world called Christ is hidden in a chamber under the great pyramid of Egypt, okay. Yeah, once again, that's false, man. Yeah, because we know our Lord, who the world called Christ, Yahweh Shai, okay, he was crucified, okay, he, was crucified and was in the grave for 3 days, and he was resurrected, okay. The Acts, the first chapter, go into that, how he was resurrected, man, okay. He spent 40 days with the disciples and the believers at that time. To the chariot at that time, okay, what the world called UFO came and abducted him, or he went up into the heavens, to the point that now he's on the right hand side of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, wait for his second coming to return to redeem the elect of the nation of Israel and bring down these heathen nations. Okay, so you ain't gonna have the physical body of the Lord here on the earth, man, at this time. Buried under no pyramid in Egypt, man. Okay, let's get this. And it says, what would happen if China dumped hundreds of billions of U.S. Treasury bonds overnight? And what's going to happen is definitely going to bring an economy, a worldwide economy collapse, man. Okay, because the dollar, just as, even though it's weakening, but these other nations had to take a hold of the dollar. And so, whenever eventually the American dollar collapse, all these systems going to collapse financially. Okay, which is going to lead to another way of financially a digital currency, um, or a financial reset leading to a digital currency worldwide, man. Okay, because even China moving towards more of a digital currency. Okay, Russia, Europe, Iran. Okay, all those nations. Okay, the BRIC nations. Okay, they're moving towards a digital format. Even though they might push that, hey, they coming with their dollar, a physical dollar. Okay, but eventually all gonna go digital. Okay, so once they dump the dollar completely, and once again these elites have a hand in all, okay, it's gonna lead to more a reset, man. Okay, into a digital format. Let's get this. And it says China has just suspended rare earth exports, knee capping U.S. industrial relevant on Beijing monopoly. Okay, leading to more and more financial woes, man. Okay, and then in the industrial working. Okay, when it comes to constructions as well. Okay, due to the dollar. Okay, or due to these tariffs. Okay, these sanctions being put on these other countries, these trade wars. Okay, yeah, so we're already expecting more prices going up on all things, man. Not just the food, but instructions or construction. Okay, utilities. Okay, it all when it comes to consumers, prices. All these prices about to go up when it comes to inflation. Okay, which eventually going to lead to hyperinflation. Okay, it says Southern California rattled by a strong 5.2 earthquake near San Diego. Hey, more signs of the Lord visiting the earth. Okay, by earthquakes. Okay, by earthquakes. Okay, tsunamis. Okay, tornadoes, severe heat. Okay, mysterious fogs. Hey, wildfires. Okay, what they will call natural disasters. Okay, Yahweh Shemal Shai is doing that. Okay, by the way of the plagues, man. Okay, just more and more signs that Lord Yahweh Shai is near. Let's get this. Groundbreaking technology promised to change the landscape of digital currency. Yeah, it is going to do that. Okay, because now you're seeing about the cryptocurrency. Okay, Bitcoin or whatever. Okay, but now you're seeing more of, like I said, going to be pushed towards a universal income, everything electronic. Okay, Fed now, digital wallet, digital ID, all that's going to tie into the MOTB, man. Okay, when it comes to the digital currency. Okay, let's get this. It says, PA pastor arrested in sting operation, charged with 6 crimes related to child, you see that, abuse material. And more, man, these Edomites amongst the Christianity churches, which Christianity is a false doctrine. Okay, but more you seeing the exposure of these pastors, man. Okay, well, when it comes to their crimes, dealing with minors, man. And I'll keep it like that. Okay, showing that the Lord ain't dealing with that, man. Okay, more and more these Edomites are being exposed, and all those that's involved in the Christian church when it comes to that lie, okay, or that false doctrine. But now you're seeing more and more the exposure, okay, of these Edomites and people that's involved into these churches, and these crimes are being, they being locked up for these heinous acts, man. Okay, these foul acts, man. Okay, let's get this one. It says growing number of Americans are swiping organized religion for personal truth. Yeah, once again, because when it comes to these churches or these different sets of religions, such as Christianity, okay, Baptist, Methodist, Islam, Egyptology, okay, people starting to see more and more of the exposure, and they starting to feel the void of it, okay, the vanity of it, man. Okay, to now that people they gotta trying to find their own truth, okay, but the one only truth is the truth of Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay, when it comes to the Holy Bible, okay, which happily is only given to the nation of Israel, okay, starting with the elect, okay, because you even got certain Israelites now, okay, that, they'll fall out the truth or become disenchanted and leaving the truth, talking about they got to find their own personal will, okay, it just eventually, eventually the Lord rejected them, but you even got certain Israelites now coming against this truth, trying to debunk the Hebrew Israelites, why they left the Hebrew Israelite ministry or belief, okay. Hey, so only the elect is going to get the true understanding, man. Okay, but even amongst these people in the world, they see these churches is not the way. And on top of that, these churches and these false doctrines amongst the world, or these different sets of religions, are being exposed, man. Okay, when it comes to the lies, man, and the wickedness that evolve in it. Okay, let me see. UK Supreme Court, okay, over there, in the United Kingdom, UK Supreme Court rules T women can't be defined as women. And we all, yeah, that show you the wickedness, okay? Because, when it comes to this type of alternative lifestyle, it's very known over here in America, okay? To allow people to do whatever they want, especially when it comes to this agenda. But now, due to the influence of America, okay, and the wickedness of Esau Edom, okay, and through Hollywood, okay, through the movie industry, through music, okay, or what they seeing over here in America, social media, okay, you got that type of alternative lifestyle being pushed worldwide, okay, to the point that you got certain countries not accepting that, man, when it comes to their citizens, man, okay, which that type of lifestyle is against the law, statute, commandments, or the word of Yahweh Shem Shai, okay, yeah, so you're going to have a lot of division amongst that, okay, and gender wars, man, okay, sex wars, man, and, I'll keep it at that. Let me see, if negotiation with Iran failed, the course of human history could quickly take a turn in an apocalyptic direction. Yeah, because we know we're coming to the time of the Third World War, and Iran gonna play a part, okay, a big part, right along with Russia, China, North Korea, to come against the West when it comes to America, Israel, and NATO. Okay, even certain NATO members of the EU, and the EU going to turn on this place. Okay, America and Israel, okay, which ultimately that's going to lead to the Third World War, leaving the destination or the desolation, I say, of America by the way of the missiles and the land of Israel, okay, because the ones that's over there in the land of Israel are not the original people, okay, they're not the original heritage, okay, they are frauds, okay, they go back to Esau, Edom, or Amalek, okay, they're chiefly ruling today, and that land going to be destroyed by missiles just to be cleansed for us, the rightful owners, okay, they inherit that land when it comes to the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, Okay, the Israelites, starting with the elect, they inherit that land once Yahweh Shai established his kingdom in that land. Okay, and the elect of the nation of Israel being joint heirs, man. Okay, that land is going to be built back up by the way of the heathens as they're going to go into captivity, starting with the elites that escaped the damnation of the missiles. Okay, hey, but America never going to be built back up once the fire dies down, once this place destroyed. It's going to become a desert, man. Okay, and no nation is going to inhabit this place. Only desert-like creatures. So let's get this. Hey, so Iran, you seeing more and more about the tension between Iran and America. Okay, Iran and Israel. Okay, that's all biblical prophecy. Okay, let's see. China and EU may strengthen economy and trade cooperation in response to U.S. tariffs. Okay, like I say, all these countries now, hey, they're starting to drop. Eventually going to drop the dollar, which is going to lead to a domino effect of their economy crashing. Okay, but now they're doing business or trades amongst each other ever since these tariffs that Trump put on these other countries. Like I say, Trump putting tariffs on China, EU, okay, which the EU is their own allies. Okay, so now to the point that, man, they ain't want nothing to do with the American dollar. Okay, they rather build amongst themselves. Okay, like I say, the BRIC nations or the BRICS format. Okay, so you got China and EU. Okay, in the talking of, might have an agreement or or negotiations about trading amongst each other. Okay, trying to build their economies up. Okay, since Trump put these tariffs on them, man, and that's going to backfire here in America. Okay, going to weaken the American dollar more and more. Okay, which, like I say, this economy is already set up, man. It's already, it's being done by design. Okay, orchestrated, man, by the way of these elites, bringing that NWO or attempting to bring in the NWO. Okay, let's see this. And it says powerful double eruption from the sun may produce uh, auroras across 17 states in the U.S. Okay, signs of the heavens, man, and the suns. Okay, and the moons. Okay, or the moon. I say the sun, the moon. Okay, and in the moon you got these solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, blood moons, blue moons, pink moon. You just recently had a pink moon. Okay, those are signs of the heavens, man, showing that Lord Yahweh Shemel Shah is visiting the earth, man. Okay. It said China accused U.S. of launching an advanced cyber attack, even naming allegedly, okay, the NSA agents. Okay, and so now you got to hear more and more about cyber attacks. Okay, and that's going to be happening. Okay, leading to more reasons why they got to regulate the internet. Okay, certain businesses that use the internet. Okay, now you got cyber attacks. Okay, more and more talks about an EMP attack, taking out the grid, blackouts. Okay, in a EMP attack or a cyber attack, they can use that in their favor as a crisis. Okay, to reset uh, uh, the internet. Okay, to lead to more regulations. Okay, especially when it comes to the technology as they want to advance AI, man. Okay, all surrounding the NWO. Okay, let me see. That madness. It said Russian warplanes detect flying over coast of America. Hey, more and more talks of the Third World War. Okay, or wars or rumors of wars, man. Okay, and it says X or whatever the president of China says peasants in the U.S. will suffer as China issues start warning on Trump's tariff wars. Yeah, so your average American consumer, okay, or out here, the average American citizen going to be affected, okay, by these tariffs, man. Okay, when it comes to prices going up, okay, and us that's in the faith, okay, of course we're amongst the society working, okay, so they're gonna affect every individual, but us that's in the faith, just as that. And we have faith in Yahweh Shemel Shai, okay, to deliver us, man. Okay, to get us through. Okay, as now we receiving our daily bread. Okay, so how much more when all hell breaks loose? Okay, because the Lord says his servants gonna be covered, man, and be taken care of. Okay, when it comes to the elect, okay, that number we striving to be part of, man. As we're being approaching the time of Jacob's trouble, okay, and enter into the time of Jacob's trouble, and hopefully to be delivered. Okay, so the Lord gonna be with his elect, man. Okay, but now we starting to see, the feel the squeeze, man. Okay, and it just, things still, as normal as now. Okay, but in the near future, yeah, we are already expecting prices to go up. But your average American and your average Negro, Latino, Native American, and when these prices skyrocket, okay, those that's not preparing or not paying attention, yeah, they're gonna be taken off guard, man. Which gonna lead to more civil unrest, man. Okay, let's see, just cause now this website done, make the articles a little bit, longer now. Okay, well they add more and more articles now, and showing the times that we in, all the news that's coming out. Or you see that Trump administration fast tracks controversial self. You see that the you know, because now they pushing more of possible more pestilence and outbreaks, which we know what happened in 2020, and the cause and effect of these JEBs, man. Okay, which people don't know took them. Okay, we already seeing the cause of it now, and people that's still able to still around. Okay, just is the waiting ticking time bomb. Okay, now keep it at that. You see it here. Millions alone see patients are still continuing to struggle with. You see, because it's always a experiment. Okay, more about the tabs. It says mass stabbing in D.C. leaves 6 victims hospitalized. Okay, so you can hear more about the narrative of terrorist attacks. Okay, domestic attacks. It will be another reason why they got to bring martial law, strict legislations. Okay, it says what tornado outbreak kills 2 in Tennessee, injured dozen in Mississippi Valley. Yeah, like I say, tornadoes. Okay, hey, so the Lord visiting the earth, man. Okay, so that's it on that. I don't want to make this video too long. Hey, but it's the Lord visiting the earth due to all the wickedness, man, that's going on. Starting with majority of our people, the 2/3, okay, and the rest of these heathen nations here in America, okay, especially with the Edomites, man, because we in the time of their downfall, and the Lord about to bring judgment upon them due to their wickedness, man, and due to the wickedness that America uphold, man, okay? Everything that America does is contrary to the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai, and we start to see that, okay, when it comes to these elites and those that's being enticed and influenced by it, man, okay, when it comes to these heathens, and when it comes to majority of our people, man, okay, but the elect is going to repent, okay, because that's all the Lord is going to deliver and care for as we in this grace period, okay. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15. This is let me see. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 5. And it says, "Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction." And that's where these things are coming, man. Okay. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, said the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more touching their wickedness which they have profanely commit, neither I will suffer them in those things in which the wicked exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And that's us of the hopeful elect, man, out there on the highways and byways and daily. Okay, through our prayers, okay, through our suffering, okay, which all that's part of the walk. But the Lord hear the prayers of the saints, man. Okay, when it comes to the elect, okay, that number we're striving to be part of. But verse 6 going into how the Lord is about to bring judgment, man. Okay, verse 5 and 6 upon this place, man. Okay. Okay, so we coming in these times, man. Let me see. Second Edges verses 1, Second Edges chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, when thou seest part of the signs past, which I had told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High has spoken those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all is made in the world have a beginning and an end, the end is manifest. So we come into the time of the Lord manifesting his word, man. Okay, when it comes to end time prophecies, man. Okay, and it says, even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginning and wonder and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. Okay, so we seeing these signs, man. Okay, that the Lord is bringing. Okay. Hey, see, like I said, I ain't wanted to make this video too long. Just going into a couple of, headlines off of end time headlines. Okay, when it comes to, current news that leading to prophecies. And so us, man, just all about, staying, diligent, enduring, okay? In this, as the scripture says, in thy patience possess ye thy soul, okay? And, as well, just hasten, man. Okay, because we definitely in that pivot time or that appointed time that the Lord is making known his word, man. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and end the lesson here. And I pray that lesson will edify. Till next time, Lord willing. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.